So I'm going to make this into a 15 to 20-minute freewheeling session. I'm very fond of her. She's one of the few politicians I'm actually fond of. And I know that her heart is in the right place. I will not say she belongs to the wrong party. I think she belongs to the right party. I think she's doing an amazing job. If you have Kalmadi on the one hand and Manoj Singh on the other, getting anything going, including the Kabaddi Stadium, is quite a feat. I think the Commonwealth Games, if they happen, would be more of a tribute to her than to those two Johnnies, because I don't know what on earth they're doing. And they don't know either. So let me start with, when you came into Delhi, there were very clear concerns, and I'm seeing that law and order is controlled by Delhi police, which reports in tangentially to the Lieutenant Governor. A lot of the land and the urban development issues are controlled by the Urban Development Affairs Ministry at the center. Do you think there were issues that you needed to engage on in priority, and how did you go about it?
I want to tell everybody who is here that Suhel has been a long-time friend. And he's one of those people who, when I joined government, my government came for the first time in 1998, I was really confused and scared. Because, as he said, we were the multi-secretary authorities, who state, the capital of this country, we are the only people who are elected, other organizations who interfere in this, whether it's the Lieutenant Governor or the police commissioner or the Delhi Development Authority, or the last word which the central government have. Really have nothing to do with what the people's aspirations are. So I discussed this with Suhel, and we had many breakfasts together and lunches together, to be able to find a way. How do we reach out to the people? How do we get to know what they want, and how do we convey to them that this is a city-state and that there are many constraints under which we are. And it was then that Suhel and I together, and I would say politically me, but otherwise Suhel brought out the idea of the Bhagidaari system. Now the Bhagidaari system was something where we as a government, even though we do not have full powers, there are a lot of things like land, police, and development and planning, and so on and so forth. In spite of that, both he and I thought that we have to find a way how we can reach out to the people. And as the only effective elected government of the state, we have municipalities, we have 3 municipalities, Cantonment Board, the NDMC, where you are sitting, and the MCD. They are, them only the MCD is elected. No doubt it represents about 97% of the city, but it is a corporation, and everybody knows what corporations are all about, and I can tell you that. So since we are the only people, or the only elected body in the legislature, which gets elected by the people, obviously the people are going to look at us and say, solve this problem, solve that problem. We have to tell them what are our limitations, but more than that, we have to make their voice reach to the various people who are there, whether it is the EDA or the MCD or the Parliament or the ministers, the Home Ministry, the Urban Development Ministry, and so on and so forth. So it was this concept that we started with, and today Bhagidaari, where we meet citizens groups and NGOs. Citizens groups that are represented by the associations in all the various colonies, the multi-story buildings that are there, and several hundred NGOs who work amongst those people who are really the downtrodden, who live in areas like slums or unorganized colonies and so on. We also, so therefore we started this system of Bhagidaari. was conceptualized very fast. And it is then that we really started interacting with people and taking their roles. So I become, apart from being a chief minister in name, I really am a PR. If there's a problem which the government or the ministry has to solve, I am not here with it on behalf of the people. If the DDA has to do something, I run to the DDA, to the Lieutenant Governor, to the Chairman of the DDA, and say, this is the condition. Right below us, not everybody can meet the Lieutenant Governor, not everybody can go to the Home Ministry, not everybody can go to the Urban Development Ministry. We, as elected representatives, they can come to any time. So we are like a kind of PR exercise, this is what is required, this is what needs to be done in the plan, this is how we need to change laws. We make laws which have to be vetted by the government of India and then sent to the President of India. And I think the credit for that goes to the people of Delhi who understood what we were trying to do, understood also the limitations of the ministry of and therefore go with us in many things.